All right, let's get started on some mixed one-step equation practice. I'm going to go over, this is a worksheet HL-1135, and I'm going to help you on a couple of them. So let's go ahead and do an easy one that looks a little tricky. So we have the first one, 15 equals W plus 4. And a lot of people think you just subtract the 15 because it's on the left side, but no, you want to get the W by itself. This variable, get that by itself, and to get that by itself, you have to get rid of this 4. So we subtract 4. And if we, that cancels that out. And if we subtract 4 on this side, it means we have to subtract 4 on the other side of the equal sign. A lot of times I like to draw like a little line down the equal sign just to indicate the two sides of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 4 from this side. So now, right, what's left over? We have 15 minus 4, and 15 minus 4 is just 11. We bring down the equal sign. And then I bring down the W, what's left over on the right side, which is just the W. So that's our answer. That's as simplified as it gets. It's 11 equals W, and you can pretty much just box that. 11 equals W. Now, what you're going to want to do for these is you're going to want to check on the right side to make sure that answer is correct. So when you check, you may want to rewrite the whole equation, or sometimes people just like going to step 2, which is replacing the W, this variable, with the solution that we found. So instead of writing W, we're writing 11 plus 4. So let's simplify this. We've got 15, that's still 15. On the right side, we have 11 plus 4. What does that equal? Well, 11 plus 4 is 15, so does 15 equal 15? Yes, it does, so we can check that. I guess that was a bad circling job. There we go, check. So that's how you show your work and check. Now I like to draw the line down the middle. You don't have to, but you should show the subtraction, and you do need to check your answers. Let's go down to another one that seems like it's kind of tricky. We have 1/3 n equals 13. Now, if you want to, we got to get rid of this n, or get the n by itself. So how do we get rid of the 1/3 attached to it? It's being multiplied by 1/3, and if you want to get rid of it, you actually can just multiply this whole thing by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3/1, which many of you know is 3/1 is the same as 3, because they just kind of cancel each other out. Anyways, this cancels out that, that cancels out that. You're left over with n. Now if I multiply this side of the equal sign by 3/1, I have to multiply the other side by 3/1. Or like I said, 3/1 is the same as 3. So bring down the equal sign. 13 times 3 is 39. And that's it. You can't simplify it any further. Let's check our answer. 1/3 n equals 13. Let's see, 1/3 times 39 equals 13. Now, that's just 39. 1/3 times 39 is just 39 over 3. And 39 over 3 is just, if you reduce it, that's just 13 over 13, or 13/1. And that's it. That is correct. Let's try. I'm going to want you to try that on your own. Let's try one more tricky one. Let's go ahead and try number. Let's try this. No, let's try this one. 3/7n equals 24. So 3/7n, again, we want to get rid of the 3/7. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 7/3. If I do that, I have to multiply the other side by 7/3 as well. So on the left side, all that does is it cancels out. The 7's cross off, the 3's cross off, and you're left over with just n on this side. On the other side, 24 is just 24/1. So you multiply the tops, 24 times 7, and you divide by the bottoms. Now, before I do that, it's a good idea, before you do any kind of multiplication of fractions, to do some cross-canceling. So That's exactly what I'm going to do. 1 and 7 can't really cross-cancel, but 3 and 24 can, because 24 times 7 is going to be kind of annoying. But if I reduce by cross-canceling 24 and 3, 3 goes into 24. Let's see, I think it goes in 8 times 15, 18, sorry, 15, 18, 21, 24. Yeah, 18, yeah, sorry, my multiplication tables are kind of slow. So that's just 8 if you divide by 3. And this leaves you with 1. And so now this is much nicer. You're just multiplying 8 times 7 on top and 1 times 1 on the bottom, which really you can ignore that. Now 8 times 7 is 40, 48, 56. So 56 over 1. Or, 56 over 1 is just 56. So you really didn't have to write that. Let me make it look more like a 6 and less like a B. So that's your answer. Now we're not done because we still have to check our answer. And I'm going to save a little bit of time this time. Replace n with 56 equals, and the other side was supposed to be 24. Now, let's see. This is 56 over 1. Before I multiply 3 times 56, let's see if we can cross-cancel. Does 7 go into 56? It does. 56 goes into 7. Let's see, 35, 42, 49, 56. That is 8 times. So 7 goes into 7 once. It goes into 56 8 times. So now I'm just multiplying 3 times 8 and 1 over 1, which is just 1. 3 times 8 is 24. And then you bring down the equal sign and you bring down the 24. Whoops, that's an ugly looking 4. And that is correct. That does work. So I'm going to check that answer off. Anyways, those were a couple of the problems on this worksheet. Go ahead and try the rest on your own. Good luck.